Welcome to the Thriveology Show. I'm Lydia Apps. And what if the reason you're not thriving isn't because you're doing something wrong, but because you've never actually felt what thriving feels like in your body? Now, pause for a second. Most of us women, and men included, are chasing something we've never experienced, right? We think thriving looks like success, energy, motivation, having it all together, our careers, our bank accounts, going on vacations, material objects, that continuous feeling of a perfect outward image in your health, in your weight, in your attitude, in your hormones. But if we narrow this down, this is all just performance. That's adrenaline, actually. And that's pressure. And that is nervous system override. Now, thriving is not something you perform. It's something your body allows. And once your body experiences true thriving, you will never confuse it again. And you will stop putting this unnecessary burden and pressure on yourself. Now let's go ahead and let's slow this down a bit, okay? Because thriving is subtle. And that is why most people miss it. Thriving feels like when you wake up and your body is not bracing, you're not in a frenzied, panicky state, right? There's no immediate tension in your chest, your mental checklist already running, no sense of, I have to get through this today. No pounding in your heart, no shortness of breath, no feeling of my temperature is rising. I'm already starting to get that headache. I'm starting to become hungry. I'm losing my appetite. My stomach is in knots. My back hurts. My hips ache. My knees ache. My soles of the feet are tingling and numb. Okay. Instead, there is space. There is calm. There is clarity. So thriving feels like your nervous system is not scanning from head to toe for what could go wrong. Your emotions move, but they don't hijack you. Okay. You can handle things without collapsing or over controlling. You do not need to micromanage your environment to feel okay. And here's the part that changes everything, okay? Your body feels a place you can live in, not manage. So let me give you 3 real markers. Emotional safety. Number 1, that you're not constantly defending, providing, protecting. You don't feel like you're always under the attack internally and externally. Okay. Second marker is clarity. Decisions don't feel like spirals. They don't feel like you are in a vortex, a Ferris wheel. You don't sit there overthinking for hours. You just know and you go with that knowledge. You don't overanalyze. You don't overcomplicate. That interior knowledge you trust and you execute on that knowledge. And then the third real marker is capacity, how you are able to handle more responsibility, more emotion, more success without burning out, without feeling there is nothing left in your tank, without feeling that there are more reserves in your battery, in your energetic system. So, and if you're listening to this and thinking, I don't know if I've ever felt that. That is exactly why we are having this conversation. Okay. And here's the truth that will change how you see everything. You cannot think your way into thriving. You can only regulate your way into it. Most people, most women, are living in low-grade survival mode. Their high-functioning anxiety and their emotional exhaustion starts to look like productivity. They're getting things done. They're working around the clock. They're checking off all their to-do lists. They're filling all the boxes of all the requirements of everything that is thrown at them on a daily basis. But their system is never actually at rest. They're performing like Superwoman, but this is an artificial facade. So what happens? They then try to level up. They set bigger goals. They push harder, add more structure, more routine, consume more information. But they're building success on top of a dysregulated nervous system. This dysregulated nervous system leads to ultimate burnout, inconsistency, and self-sabotage. Not because they lack discipline, but because their system does not feel safe enough to sustain the life they're trying to build. So let me say this again, because this is so crucial, so critical, so important. If your nervous system does not feel safe, it will not let you hold what you're trying to create. Once again, if your nervous system does not feel safe, it will not let you hold what you are trying to create. Now let's talk about something people don't connect. Okay. Thriving is not just emotional, it's economic. When your system is regulated, you make decisions faster, you stop second guessing everything, and you stop hesitating on opportunities. Okay. You also stop undercharging. You stop over-delivering from a position of anxiety and stress. You stop attracting chaos and confusion in your life and in your workspace. And you stop leaking energy into places that do not matter. And this directly impacts. It impacts your income, your consistency, and your ability to receive. Here's the truth most people don't want to look at. Dysregulation, it costs you. It's expensive because it costs you time, clarity, and ultimately finances, money. Because when you are dysregulated as a woman, you overthink, you delay, you miss concrete opportunities. You people please, you undercharge, you resent your work. You burn out, then you disappear, and you lose momentum. So thriving, true thriving, changes all of that, changes that pattern set into place. Thriving creates clean decisions, aligned action, and sustainable output. And that is what actually builds wealth. This actually builds wealth. Now, here's where women expect a complex system. But the simpler something is, the more precise it is, the more accurate it is where true transformation happens. Thriving does not start with complexity. It starts with micro shifts. If you're tired, rest. If something feels off, pause. This is how you build internal safety. Start reading your cues. Start reading your body's cues. Start reading the cues of the environment and how they affect you as a woman. If that light in that room is too bright, dim it down. If what you are eating is not serving you that day, push the plate away. If you're speaking with someone that is draining your energy, pause and stop that conversation. If emails are coming into your workspace that are causing you stress and anxiety, don't tackle them all at once. Read one, give yourself a pause, and then return to it moments later. Catch yourself in push mode. Catch yourself. Don't force yourself to continuously push, push, push further, get more done, have to get this knocked off my list, have to do this, have to go there, have to answer those calls, have to take care of that situation, have to put out those fires. If you approach it as if every single task needs to be done this minute, this moment, you will burn out. You will burn out, and that burnout will eventually lead to dis-ease in your mind, your body, and your spirit. Most women living now without realizing don't ask themselves one crucial question. What would this feel like if it were easier? What would this feel like? How would my day go if this moment right now were easier? That simple question alone will start to rewire your system. So I want you this week to go ahead and I want you to create one moment of regulation per day. This is it. Only one moment. One slow breath, one pause, one moment where you don't push yourself, where you choose to step back. Because you are teaching your body, I am safe even when I stop. What does this look like? If you are on back-to-back calls, space them out and give yourself a 5-minute break in between just to take that deep breath in and exhale all expectations coming at you and release them out. What does this look like? Sit down in a comfy chair somewhere for 5 minutes and just allow yourself to decompress. Sit heavily with your body into that chair. Feel what it feels like underneath your spine, your back, your hips. Just feeling that weight. How does this feel in your body? Take a water break and don't just gulp your water, but drink your water with intention, sip by sip, feeling how does this refreshing elixir, this hydration, feel in your body as it cleanses you, as it hydrates you, as it detoxes you, and start to create these mind-body connections. Because protecting your energy creates your income. And it does. I want you to feel this, not just hear this. So imagine 30 days from now, you wake up and you're not bracing for the day as if you are supposed to go drive a Formula One competition race. Okay. Imagine 30 days from now, your reactions are softer. Your decisions feel clearer. Your energy is steady. You're not carrying everything alone anymore. This is not fantasy. This is a regulated system. This is thriving. So I want you in the next days, everything that you have on your list, on your to-do list, all the things you have written that you have to get that done. Stop halfway, stop 3/4 way, and allow yourself the space to not tackle everything that day. Allow it to sit to rest, and you will get to it eventually, but not that day. Push it out to the next day. You do not have to be a superwoman, but you should be a wise woman, because wisdom will carry you long term. This is not a competition, okay? Living an abundant, transformative, happy, and whole life is a strategy. It is something you work towards. It is something you build on. It is something you choose to invest in daily. You are not competing to be superwoman of that day. That will lead you nowhere but to high blood pressure, dysregulated hormones, skin flare-ups, insomnia, rapid aging, cortisol raging through your body, adrenaline peaks, cardiovascular issues, autoimmune flare-ups, pain in your body, phantom pain in your body, headaches, migraines. Being a superwoman leads you to super rapid aging, super decline, super autoimmune responses, super deceleration of happiness. Super dysregulated system. But being a wise woman will lead you to a regulated system, will lead you to long-term happiness and stress-free living, will lead you to thriving because your body feels safe. It does not feel like it's under the gun 24/7. You don't need to be superwoman. You need to be a wise woman. And wisdom comes with knowledge. And knowledge is when we choose to take cues from our body, when we choose to take cues from our environment, when we choose to take cues that now I need a break. Now I need a moment for myself to decompress. Now I just need a moment to breathe in silence. Now I need a moment to have a micro reset. Now I need a moment to possibly share my responsibilities with others around me. Maybe now I need a moment to stop competing in life. Everything does not need to be a competition. We feel we're successful when we're competing, and we want to be number one in all areas of our lives. But that's not thriving. That's not thriving. That's a fantasy. That's an illusion. And that leads to complete burnout. And that actually shortens your lifespan. If you want to be that foxy lady healthy lady at 80, 90, and beyond. We will operate from a position of wisdom, not from a position of competition. So, this is just the beginning. Thriving is something you achieve daily in small doses over time, and it compounds. The interest compounds over time. It's a baseline you build over time. It is an investment into your health, into your happiness. And health and happiness is your greatest wealth. And that's what we're doing here. So if this episode landed for you, continue the journey with me. Subscribe down below to the Thriveology show. And each week we're going to go deeper into nervous system mastery, emotional regulation, sustainable success, hormonal balance, all things related to the art and science of thriving as a woman. So you're not just surviving your life, you're actually living it inside of yourself. Because remember, thriving isn't something you chase. It's something your body learns to hold. So we will be here next week, same time, same place. Like us and subscribe down below and join the Thriveology community. And if you haven't yet, grab your free 5-day reset down below in the description box and join this platform, this community of women who are looking to thrive and not merely survive. Thank you for joining me. Blessings to you.